So it took a little bit, but at this point I am feeling pretty good about my weight paint. I just started wiggling my ears to test them out. Let's just see. Do you wiggle? Yes, you wiggle. Let's zero that. I know that my jaw drops. Yes, it does. I used the move tool to test out my little sneezing motion. It's a little rough around the edges, but it's certainly workable. I already know that my eyes work because I tested them earlier. This should work. I can move the head. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. I haven't tested out my face tentacles, but they're so minor. They're so minor. The only thing, yeah, I probably should have fixed that so it goes to the freeze joint. Let's see if you're doing the same thing. Yep. So just for the record, there are going to be times in your life when you say things like, listen, these vertices down here, let's turn the skeleton off real quick. These vertices down here are gonna go to some combination of the neck and the lower lip and the head, but whatever else, they shouldn't be going to the tentacles. I would like to remove the influence of the tentacles from all these joints. So I just want to show you, just so you can see what that looks like. You don't want to use the Paint Skin Weights tool because it doesn't give you enough information. The component editor is going to be better, but you'll still see that it can be problematic. So in here I can see my tentacle joints. I'm going to take them, and I know that to remove weight all I have to do is grab them and type in a 0. And it looks like that worked. I've got these other tentacle joints here. I'm just going to take them and do the same thing. And again, it looks like that worked. And maybe it did. Maybe it did. I was really hoping that it would show you that sometimes it just puts the weight in weird random places that you would not have guessed. So let's just check this out and see if that did actually work. Let's get my joints back on. Let's grab this little tentacle. And yeah, that's moving a little bit of the upper lip, but it's better. And that one, it didn't bother removing the weight, did it? It just looked like it was removing the weight. This is why it's much easier to be able to add weight to something else than it is to remove weight. Removing weight is always uncertain because the weight has to go somewhere. And where it goes when you remove it is entirely up to the computer. So sometimes it's going to go great, sometimes it's just not going to know what to do. And it's going to panic and be like, okay, I see you removed this weight, I'm just going to put it somewhere. Good luck to you. So it looks like this is all going to go to the lower lip anyway. Let's just put it there. And then let's just take these and make sure that they are all going to, again, not the face tentacles. You can go to freeze, you can go to upper lip, just not my face tentacles. So yeah, sometimes it's going to work, and sometimes it's just going to make your computer very, very sad. And you're not going to know which it is until you start testing things out. Okay, reasonable. Oh, and that is the mouth bag sticking through. We definitely don't want that. So see, it's good we're going through this testing. I'm going to grab these vertices and just shift period to grow the selection. Maybe once, maybe twice, and again, I will go through and try to remove this weight and just see what happens. So we'll zero this out. And I think that it's just putting the weight onto a different face tentacle, so, you know, sometimes you win and sometimes you just have to tell the computer where you want the weight to go, and it's better that way. But we'll keep trying. Okay, that looks good, that looks better. Okay, so yeah, weight painting is a pain and it is tedious, but you will get there eventually. It is doable. Give yourself plenty of time. Be sure you're checking out the joints in the weight painting as you go so that you can see that both sides are in shape. This one clearly is not. Let's see about this one. So I'll fix all of that up before we move on to the next module. Give yourself plenty of time to fix yours up too. This is tedious. Take a break during the process. You'll get there. Whenever you're ready, we're going to start talking about how to lay in some facial muscles. So get ready for that one. It's a doozy, and I will join you in the next module.